Hi beauties, my name is Tierica, and if you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. On this channel, I basically post content teaching you how to grow your lash business and build your clientele, maintaining your clientele and all of that. So I've been in the lash industry for like 10 years, and I just really want to share my experience with you all so that I can help you to grow your business as well. In today's video, I want to talk about basically when to raise your prices, how to know when it's time to raise your prices, okay? This one can be a little, I guess, a little tricky, or people feel some type of way about it, like not knowing when to raise their prices or if they should raise their prices. So that's basically what we're going to talk about today, because I've been there, like not knowing when to raise my prices, what to even charge. So let's just go ahead and talk about it. First things first, if you're a new lash tech and you don't know what to charge, what I used to like to do is very simple. I would like to look around at people who did lashes in my area. So I would look for people who had a really big following, and then I would look for people who were newer and just now starting. And I would pick about 5 different people, right? And I would go look at each of their pages to see what services they were offering, how much they were charging for their full sets, for their fills, just how they had their business laid out. I would go through and write it down. Then I would take an average. So I would take an average price for all of the fills. I would add them all up, divide them by 5, and get an average price. And then I would go from there of what I wanted to make my price point be. So that's basically how I would get my fill price. And at that time I was doing I was charging different prices for different sets. So the classic set was this price, hybrid set was this price, volume was this price. And especially if you are a beginner lash tech, you can definitely break your prices down that way, where people are paying per the style. And it's really more so if it takes you longer, right? So if it takes you an hour and a half to do a classic set, but it takes you 3 hours to do a volume set, then the price point may be a little bit different between the two of them. If you reach a point where you can get any set done in the same amount of time, then yes, I absolutely believe your prices should be the same across the board. So for me right now, all my fills are the same price. All of my sets are the same price across the board. There's no difference, because it's going to take me the same amount of time to do whichever one you come in with, right? And especially now within the lash industry, we have a lot of different lash styles. You have the wispy look, or you have the wet look. There's a lot of different ones you can choose from. So I just charge the same price for all of them, because it's gonna take me the same amount of time. So do an average price. If you don't know what to charge, starting off, do an average price. Now, how do you know when it's time to raise your prices? Because you can keep your prices the same for a very long time. I did that, and it actually, it wasn't a bad thing, but I feel like there could have been improvement. So here's me sharing with you the improvement that I could have made. When you are wanting to raise your prices, here's some ways that you're gonna know. First of all, the economy. If the economy goes up, you should also go up, all right? I'm not saying you have to go up drastically. I'm not saying you have to go up a ridiculous amount, but yes, raise your prices if the economy is going up. I remember from COVID, my frozen fruit used to be $1.99, and now when I go, it's $4.99. So the economy went up. Prices of everything went up. So naturally, your prices should go up too, because you doing lashes is not just you doing lashes for fun. This is your career. This is what you do to make a living. So for you to be able to maintain in society, yes, you're going to have to raise your prices. I was always a big person on, well, I don't want to raise my prices because people aren't getting a raise at their job. You know what I mean? Like, that was something that I would always say. People aren't getting a raise at their job. And while that is very true, you don't want to put yourself in a hole for not making sure that your prices match basically the market. Because after so long for me, after I finally looked at what the market was, I was way under market, y'all. Like, I was way under market. So make sure that you are keeping your prices current with the market rate. You can run a Google search, honestly, and see what is the market rate for lash extensions, and it'll tell you what the price point is. You can look at other lash techs and see what their price point is to know what the market price is, okay? Another way to know that it is time for you to raise your prices is if you are overly booked, okay? If you are overly booked, I'm talking about you have no room to take any new clients, you are filled to capacity, and you are overworking yourself because you are trying to cater to every single client. Yes, it's a beautiful thing to have all those clients, but what I learned is you do need to raise your prices. It's time. It's time to raise your prices. People, you have good work. Obviously, your work is good. Your work is lasting. People respect you. They love your business. So naturally, yes, it is time to raise your prices. And again, it does not have to be drastic, right? It does not have to be drastic. But raise your prices, even if it's $5, $10, raise your prices. Naturally, you may lose some people, which will free you up a little bit of space, but you've added extra income. So your prices are a little bit higher, you have less people to work on, okay? That makes the most sense. And then my third and final reason for when it's time for you to raise your prices is how confident are you in your lashing techniques? Are you faster? Is your retention good? Are you getting your clients in and out? Are they completely satisfied every single time that they come? Yes, when you're first starting out, it's probably going to take you a long time just to do a classic set, just to do a volume set. It's going to take you a minute. So yeah, you don't really need to raise your prices right now because technically you're still practicing, you're still learning. You're taking paid clients, but every client that you're working on, you're still practicing on them because you're wanting to build your speed. But when you get to a point where you can get people in and out, you know what I mean? And it's not taking you hours on hours to do a full set of lashes or to do a fill, respectfully, it's time to raise your prices because to me, people are paying for your time, they're paying for your craft, they're paying for your professionalism. When you have all three of those wrapped in one, it's time to raise your prices, okay? And when you raise your prices, I like to give people a fair warning, right? I would either give my clients a month notice or I would give them a 2-week notice. But for the most part, it's been a month notice where I would create a cute little PDF on Canva, just stating, hey, just letting you all know my prices are gonna increase on this date. This will be the last day for the current prices. Here's a service menu showing you what the price increase will be for all the new services. And if you have any questions, just let me know, etc., etc. And then I would create that PDF, right, on Canva, and I will make it all cute and stuff. And then as my clients come in for that month, after their appointment, I let them know, hey, I will be having a price increase. I'm going to send you the PDF so it shows you the new prices. If you have any questions, let me know. When their appointment's over, I just text them the PDF, boom. Now they know. So you don't have to worry about sending out an email, which I still would send out an email, but not everybody checks their email. And what you don't want to do is raise your prices without telling your clients, and then they come to their appointment and they're expecting to pay $80, but now you're charging them $105, and they're like, where did this extra money come from? And you're like, oh, well, I raised my prices. Well, I put it on my story on Instagram. Not everybody sees your Instagram page. Not everybody is going to see the post. Not everybody's going to see the email. But what they're going to see is when they come in for that appointment. When they're leaving, you let them know, I'm about to send you my price list, my price increase. Here you go. If you don't want to send it to them, you can just make it a printout. Have them as printouts, right? Takes more time, but you can have a printout and you can let them take it with them. Or you could just post it in your studio, in your suite, and just point to it after their appointment just to let them know. Make sure you read it. Whatever it is, verbally tell your clients that you're going to be raising your prices. Even if you do like a policy change or something, verbally tell your clients and let them know, okay? It's all about communication. It's all about communication. So as long as you're communicating it with them, they're going to be fine, especially if they rock with you, they respect you, they love your work, like you're going to be totally fine. So don't be scared to raise your prices, all right? If the economy goes up, if you are overly booked, or if you are mastering your craft, it's time to raise them. Okay, so raise your prices. And if you have any questions, please let me know down below. Make sure you subscribe and follow me, and I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching.